Hello, welcome to this video. Thank you so much for tuning in and sharing in this now moment with myself and with one another. If you have not seen these videos before, welcome back. If you have, my intention is unity and oneness and highest levels of love light. I was going to do a light language video yesterday, but I got a little bit too exhausted. So I'm going to do one right now, or just a little inflow message from my guides to yours. I wanted to stop and just say thank you to everybody for all your comments. I haven't responded yet. I was kind of a little pleasantly overwhelmed in a good way. After seeing so many comments, I was really heartfelt thank you and gratitude to everybody. I could go into a lot more details about everything that I've been experiencing with this Corvid relationship that is in the process of integrating through my body. And but I just kind of I'm in that mood just to kind of get back into the flow of things. And I've already set my intention just to kind of share whatever message would be most beneficial for anybody in the collective right now, based on the energies of the now, and perhaps based on the experiences that others are having or are in the midst of, we could say. So that's where I'll begin. So got some light language that's coming through to start, and then we'll see where it goes from there. Let me just take off one of these pillows. Okay. Ko este makowa neneo kum oat et ea. Bo este ne kimo et ea makwana. Tikimo este oa netia o kwa. Yor or ak hanat ek To estara ar ok or nade kier or en tikir. Door en de kior mak hat stor en de kior ok or. Tiawa he en de kiawa tiena. Dia stokunewa ama keneawa et ea. Nini ama koya na tiawa yawa esta stokuenea. Nini ama kone tiawa kuawa tiena. Nena makoenea ne kiwa sto makoene. And there is a light that is reflecting back from the eyes and the hearts of all of the ascended masters, all of the star seeds, all of the humans that are in skin suits right now on Mother Earth. There is a light that is shining so bright that it can almost be blinding, meaning there is a blinding light. I'm getting emotional. That is being sent out in waves from the hearts of one another. This light is blinding some. For many are blind right now. They are truly blinded by certain emotions, certain concepts, certain adversities. I'm hearing adversaries, anniversaries, adversities. We invite you to play with these words. For as we move through these words, as we move through this verse, as we move through these verbs, as we allow ourselves to reverberate the energy in which we are existing within, as we allow ourselves to feel into this skin suit technology and the true light bringers that we are, we then allow ourselves to bring up through the darkness, through the shadow, through this immense and intense time that is presenting itself right now as an opportunity to express in a new way, to let go of the old ways, to let go of the old concepts that can no longer hold the conceptualization, if you will. I'm hearing like immaculate conception. For many of us have birthed, we have already been born again. Yet, and the light is so prevalent, yet it is also being blinded out, if you will. So I'm being guided to kind of play with this a little bit. It's like I'm seeing people seeing light and being like, no, I don't see it. It's not there. And there are others that are shining it out of their hearts right now. And all people have to do is open their hands to receive and to absorb this light. I'm also seeing this in reference to the sun, putting our palms up and receiving from the sun. For many of us believe that light looks a certain way. Many of us see light as only representing certain beings, only representing certain life circumstances. Yet we are here with one another, and within each of us are the bearers of the light. And each of us holds within us our own shadow. Yet there is still light. And as we allow this to flow through us freely, as we allow ourselves to move beyond that which it is that we have found ourselves being conformed into, as we move through all of the bits and pieces of, I'm hearing carnage, we see all. We see the carnival. We see the truth behind the show that many of us are participating in. So I'm being guided just to say it's not just like we're watching it and it's fake. A lot of it is, but a lot of people are in it, right? Myself included right now. So it's like this, we're seeing the show, we're in the show, but at the same time, we're also witnessing and observing it. And I'm being shown a projector, like with our own viewfinder, our own lens of perception. And even though some of us are in it, it really does make a difference when we can feel our own inner, I'm hearing underscore. For through this ability to see past the false pretenses, the pretending, the pretense, play on words, we allow ourselves to focus in on our internal pattern recognition. And as we tune into this higher form of intelligence, we then access a deeper relevance. We access a deeper form of information. We access a deeper well-being and wellspring that is springing up and lighting our path one step at a time. For many of us are unable to see beyond this blinding light, if you will. Many of us are having difficulty choosing the next step to take. Many of us are having difficulty choosing where to take the next step and how to move forward. For we are in a massive upscaling, if you will. So when I say scaling, I'm seeing measurements. I'm seeing scales and music. I'm also seeing when you like scale something, when you scale back, like it's a big play on words. It's upscaling. And what this does, it's a gradient. It's moving into a different grade. I'm hearing gray scaling. For the inner network is activated at a higher potential right now. And in order to take the next step forward, we must be present with our own words. We must be present moving forward. For as we speak, we bring into reality the words that we choose to, I'm hearing move through. So I'm seeing just a lot of plays on words. And you guys, I haven't done this in a few days, so it's very slow moving right now. And I'm working with my Corvid friend right now in my body, so I'm learning how to navigate that as well. What I'm basically seeing is that there's this complete and total remake. It's like things are new and fresh, and we are so in shock, some of us, that we're literally like, there's been this flash of light and we're blinded by the light. Blinded by the light. And we're in shock. It's like shell shock. There will be time for us to acclimate to this new set of diagnostics that is being accessed and that is being upgraded in our bodies right now. For it is a souffle right now. Many of us are feeling, I'm hearing blind, deaf, and dumb. For the old ways in which we used to access much of our precognitive abilities has shifted. And we are learning how to navigate. We are learning how to process this new information. And many of us are spellbound in this moment while we de-scramble the codes that are being spilled into our subset of groups. So this is kind of a play on words. I'm seeing DNA, I'm seeing soul groups, I'm seeing ancestor tribes, and pockets of the earth. And so this will take a bit of finesse, if you will, to de-scramble the souffle, for there are many ingredients that we have access to right now, yet I'm hearing it's too hot to touch. This also play on words. We have to let the heat settle a little bit in order for us to feel comfortable in our new skin. And at the same time, we are processing a new code of harmonics. A new code of harmonics that is like nails on the chalkboard for the old harmonic system. And so it seems, I'm just seeing like this, again, I'm hearing gradient, grading, gradient. Time is a concept that we play with right now, for it is the easiest description to use to recognize that it will take a bit of a process and steps in order to find our footing. So patience and full accountability for where we are at in every given moment, what we are feeling, what we are expressing, and allowing ourselves to fully find our new clothes, our I'm hearing like coat of many colors, our new skin suit, so that we can operate with confidence. Many of us have been shaken to the core. I'm hearing, is it Puss in Boots? Is that the character from, I know that it was from Shrek. Like shaking in our boots, but I'm hearing 9 lives and like landing on our feet. And this has part to do with the Lionsgate portal. It has to do with all the stuff that we're in this recipe of mixing and intermingling with right now. Beawa kwa nea uno estea kwea moawaha. Excuse me. And so as each of us finds a new presence within ourselves, we begin to feel into a new variation of our reality. We see clearly, or with more clarity, all of the codes that have been thrown at us over the years that we have lost track of, that many have lost traction in, that many have been lost in the same one-track division. We come back into a oneness with ourselves, our cells, our inner geometries and mapping system, so that we can use this as our new teamwork of togetherness in order to move forward and increase the baseline frequency and ways in which we interact with our bodies and with each other. We are now in it. This is so massive that the undertaking will not be recognized for many years to come, for many. And looking back on this momentous moment will bring tears to our eyes. Tears of compassion and joy. And yet we are not there yet. And so it is important to stay in the moment. It is important to stay in our body. It is important to recognize that each of us holds within us a spark of the inner flame of higher intelligence, of source codes that flow through all of our blood and our veins. And this is not in vain. We are being invited to step out of vanity. We are being invited to step back into the reality that we wish to express. We can only do this by fully accepting who we really are, by fully embracing who we really are. We are being invited to ask ourselves, what is it that I need in this now moment to bring me into a greater space of grace? To bring forward my own inner prosperity. Play on words. To bring forward my own inner keys to my own inner kingdom. For only when we open our hearts and we step back into our own inner intelligence can we move forward with the grace and intelligence that is required in order to take the steps that are required, in order to take steps and not be lost in the transfusion, the confusion, Play on words with transfusion. We must come into a place of acceptance of our brothers and sisters and the choices that they are in the process of integrating, understanding, choosing. For those of us that are on this higher intelligence or connected into this higher intelligence, this allows us to make the divine interactions and communications with each other that help set the standards, that help set the higher standards that we know mankind is capable of, that we know mankind is in truth, not the false scenarios that are being played out right now in the mainstream mechanics that are holding on by a thread, if you will. For we are connected through, I'm seeing string theory, I'm seeing all the threads. I'm hearing again Weezer. If you want to destroy my sweater, pull this thread as I walk away. I'm just seeing like we're seeing the stuff that's not really real, and we're plucking the thread, and it's unraveling. And I'm just hearing patience. Be patient with yourself and be patient with everybody else, because all of a sudden I'm seeing so many beings that are all pulling these threads that didn't realize they were poking out before. All of a sudden they're like, what's this? And it goes all the way back to the beginning. And it either disappears because it's no longer relevant, or it exposes what's underneath the sweater. For all of us that are connected to our higher heart and feel this connection, it is imperative right now that we continue to feel this connection and spread it into the field so that others can also make the choice to feel their own connection. For we cannot make the choice for them. However, we can make our own choices and how we respond to our fellow brothers and sisters who may not realize they have a choice is so relevant right now in how we make our next moves, our dance moves. I'm seeing releve dance moves. And we are in this new wave, if you will, of discovery. New wave of discovering this deeper sound mind, sound heart, and it will create a pattern of many footsteps. I'm hearing pitter-patter footsteps moving forward that allow us to step forward with confidence and ease. And if this is not where we are right now, if you are listening, patience with yourself, for it is like having new feet. It is like having new skin. For when we are born again, we must learn how to operate from this new version of us. And the more we hold out our hands to assist one another, The more we hold out our hands up to the sun and receive the codes that are coming in, the more we find a way to unite as one in the sheer principle of being human. The more we will understand, feel, see, hear, know. I'm just hearing with clarity and understanding. I'm hearing harmony and understanding. So, here we are. Moving back into this new frame of reality, frame of the body. I'm hearing frame by frame by frame. Let us step forward with grace. And I'm hearing no apologies. Like, don't apologize for being ourselves. I'm hearing nirvana. What else would I be? I'm just hearing let the light shine. And so it is. Namaste.